Indonesia. Welcome back, everybody. Team Secret, Navi, Game 2. Secret currently 1 game up and 1 game away from not only knocking Navi out of the DAC European qualifiers, but also getting themselves into the playoffs. After all, that's what you're playing for. You're not playing to beat other people. You're playing to get that sweet seat prize, going into the qualifiers, making it into the playoffs, and ultimately trying to make through that playoffs to DAC itself. After all, DAC is like a pseudo major at this point, so gotta get our. I guess we're getting our winter major in anyway, huh, gods?
Yeah, we get the third extra major now, regardless. And then it was what is Kiev? I feel like Kiev, even though it's not in winter, is going to feel like a winter major, being in Eastern Europe.
That's true. So really, we just lost a spring major and gained 2 winter majors. Yeah. That's what happened.
I mean, I keep telling Bruno, like, move the winter major to Australia, and then you've got 2 summer majors. You know, you've got TI, then you've got who doesn't want to go to Australia, apart from like the 24 hours of traveling to get there. You know,
Jesus Christ.
And probably the tiny crowds that will show up. You'll have like 20 hardcore Australian Dota fans there, like cheering on KP or something.
You know, my dad. I talk to my dad every 2 weeks or so, and he called and asked me about my job and stuff, and I was talking to him about events, and he's like, "You ever go to Australia?" I was like, "No, never." He's like, "Why not? They're English speaking." He's like, it would seem like it would be a pretty decent crowd. I was just like, "It's Australia. No one wants to go there."
They're like a little behind as far as esports go. I feel like maybe 5-10 years from now there'll be big esports events in Australia, but yeah, it's not quite ready, perhaps, in terms of infrastructure and other stuff. But I mean, ESL were like tweeting out like, "Hey, thoughts on doing a big ESL 1 type event in Australia?" So who knows? Maybe one day it'll happen.
I mean, I would love to, because I used to surf and stuff like that. My family always played around beaches, so I would love to be able to see some of the Australian beaches. But maybe in a few years we'll see. All right, Navi. Apparently, they're not gonna lit Biver, and people should stop putting this on him. By the way, it's not him who's drafting. I've been in this situation.